Recently I made a social media post alluding to the fact that GoPro kind of rip you off in terms of connecting a microphone. Now I had a few people asking me a bit more specifics in some private messages, so I thought I'd make a little quick video and explain what I was talking about. Now those of you who have used GoPros and experienced with them, you already know this, so it's nothing new, but I just thought run through how ridiculous it is. Now here's an old GoPro 2 of mine. Clearly, you can plug in a 3.5mm standard microphone jack, no problem. So then you can run something like this Rode mic, no problem. Plug straight in. Then we move up to the GoPro 4. This one has a USB input, which means you need an adapter cable. No big deal. It's still annoying, but you can buy something like this off eBay for under $10. Now, just be wary if you're going to buy this. You need to buy one that has a 10-pin adapter. A lot of them are 5-pin. You can actually count them inside. They have a double row. So you need to get a 10-pin adapter for this to work properly on the Hero 4. Now this Hero 4, this particular one, I've got a few of these. I bought this a few years ago because of this, how cheap it is. So I bought this new old stock when the GoPro 7 was out. And this is a GoPro 4 black. The reason, because this is the last GoPro where you can easily plug in any sort of external audio. Because we all know audio on GoPros is very substandard. Not as bad as a DJI Osmo. That is the worst audio of any camera device I've ever used. Anyway, getting back to it. So now we move on to the later model ones. Here's a Hero 8. Nice camera. It has great image stabilization. That's its strong point. Although, picture-wise, the GoPro 4 is very underrated. It shoots 4K. This is a GoPro 4 Black. I think I paid $270 odd for it brand new. Put a mic in, it's a cheap camera, well under $300. This one. Now this has the media mod on it. You'd think, oh yeah, it's got two mounts on it, and there you go. You've got your 3.5 jack on the back. That there is the only reason I bought this. GoPro sell this for $125 Australian. Of course, they've got no stock, because why would GoPro have stock of their own product? So I found one on eBay from a surf shop. They sent it straight away, no problem. Paid another $5 odd for it. It has a shotgun mic on it. Now, I haven't actually used that. Every review I've seen of this, the microphone is goddamn awful. Absolutely terrible. How can you release a product so bad? But anyway, that is not why I bought it for. I bought it just solely for the jack. So I paid $130 just for that. It would be nice if that worked well though, you know what I mean? Nice and compact. In between these, after this, the GoPro 4, the Hero 5, you could buy an actual cable off GoPro, which was $80. And it's got a big box on it, mega clunky. Like, how are you going to mount it? You've got a cable tight somewhere. This is just a $15 metal case. And word of the wise, if you're going to use a metal case on one of these GoPros, you need to buy metal screws. If you use the standard plastic screws and you put it in something like a car, a boat, or something that's it's going fast, it's got a bit of G's, those plastic screws obviously will not clamp to the metal. And these things always move. And the metal cases, God, they get hot inside the car. But they are handy with the extra mounts and so forth. Now, lo and behold, after I've paid $130 for it, we are now in a new financial year, and GoPro, probably with all of the fantastic user reviews about this unreal / pile of rubbish microphone on it, they've dropped the price of this. So I paid $130 last week. You can buy this off GoPro now for $80. They've dropped the price, $80. That's $50 less than what I paid for it last week. However, they're out of stock. What's the point? They're out of stock. So that's just a quick video explaining how GoPro rips you off. Why can't they just run a 3.5 jack like the old ones? I understand they're waterproof, but you shouldn't have to go through all this. There should be another version. I'm personally never going to use it in a situation where it needs to be sealed. So there should be another version available that has it. It's just an absolute rot. GoPro do it. Everyone gets very tribal when it comes to brands of electronics, whether it be Apple, DJI, GoPro, Sony, whatever. Also, a tip, if you're going to charge your batteries, get something like this, where it actually tells you, there you go, it's charging at what? 1.6 amps, or it tells you what it's charging. So many issues with chargers are from the cables. I've tested so many cables. You can put it on the same product and it might be charging at 0.6 amp. I just throw them straight in the bin. You at least want to know. It also tells you whether you've got a battery issue. So invest in one of these. These aren't expensive. I think this one was about 30 Australian dollars. Anyway, that's all.